Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 17th. You have this Willing Release card and this Royal You card. So the Royal You card is kind of like a glow up energy or just feeling really good. So I feel a lot of you could be feeling just, good at this time. The Willing Release card is letting things go. So a lot of you could be letting something go. And here you go. I was about to say that you don't really have a card that says that you're letting go of something, but the Ten of Swords definitely would say that you are letting go of something. Personally, I feel that the Ten of Swords is a good card. I like all the tens, and like the Ten of Swords can be uncomfortable, but really he's dead. And so it doesn't get much worse than the Ten of Swords here, Cancer. And he's also making this symbol with his hands that kind of represents a blessing or a blessing in disguise. So really, I don't think the Ten of Swords is that bad of a card. You have the Emperor, the Fool, and the Ace of Wands. With the Ace of Wands, whenever I have the Emperor and an Ace in a row or, touching in the reading or whatever, to me, it represents taking advantage or taking control of an opportunity. He has his armor on underneath his cloak on this card, and it kind of represents the fact that he is ready to go at a moment's notice. He is sitting on his throne, and so he's not really doing anything, but when an opportunity presents itself, you better believe that he is going to jump on that opportunity and take advantage of it. So the thing about the Ace of Wands is that it's just a spark. It's a spark of hope, spark of inspiration. It's something that you have to keep, I always say keep putting wood on the fire with the Ace of Wands. It's just the spark. You have to keep building that fire to get it to grow. So there could be a really solid new beginning because you have the Fool here. Something that you're taking a leap of faith on, and I feel that you have to make sure that you keep putting energy in to whatever this thing is, because clearly it's going to be successful. You also have the Eight of Pentacles here, and the Eight of Pentacles is just straightforward, diligent work, and I really feel that if you are working on any new projects or ideas, as long as you keep putting in the effort, you're going to get a result. You have the Fool. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith and kind of jumping towards something. I feel that all water signs could be doing things right now in their life where people are calling you foolish or maybe people don't understand why you are choosing to do something that you want to do with your life. And, I think the secret for water signs right now is to not care. Really people don't know what you've been through. People don't know your experiences or any of that stuff. So, your job is to not listen to other people. And I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before, Cancer. So it's kind of like a little bit of a repeat message that keeps coming up for you. You have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is my favorite card in the tarot because sometimes I feel just like that one thing we need to get motivated to take action. And it's that, it's that spark of hope or that spark of inspiration that we need to get moving. And I feel that you could be getting that spark this week. You could also be getting motivated to let something go with that Willing Release card and the Ten of Swords. The Ace of Wands could be you seeing a way out of something that is not favorable. Maybe your job sucks, maybe your relationship sucks. And, this reading definitely says you could be seeing a way out. Let's see. With the Emperor here, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is resting, relaxing, recovering. Again, he's not doing anything, the Emperor. But when the moment presents itself, he takes action. So, while you're, I'm not suggesting that you should just sit around and wait. But, at the same time, I think it would be a great time for you to just take care of yourself. Make sure you're healing. It's kind of like the better you prepare yourself, the more prepared you're actually going to be for an opportunity. And that's what I feel this is saying. With the Fool, you have the Lovers. Some of you've been getting love. Obviously, we have Venus in Pisces, and, Venus will go into Aries, but it will retrograde into Pisces. So I do think that it's a good time for love for water signs. So, again, it makes sense to me that all the water signs get these love cards. You have the Lovers, Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, Three of Cups. So you have really good energy if you are wanting a new connection. I don't feel all of you want this, obviously, but if you do, it's here. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles. Could be a new person that's coming in for you. Could be an earth sign, or it could be a person with a lot of earth in their chart or something like that. But definitely this could be a new person. Now, the thing about the Page of Pentacles is usually we start with communication with the Page of Pentacles, and you have the Two of Cups Same thing with the Two of Cups. Usually with the Two of Cups, we start with communication and then kind of go from there. The Page of Pentacles, sorry, did I say Page of Cups? I meant to say Page of Pentacles, but the Page of Pentacles is also great for work. So I feel this reading is good for two things, really, love and work. And even going this way to the Ten of Cups can just say, if this is work for you, that you are kind of stepping into a time of blessings, or you are creating your own blessings with the work that you're doing with that Eight of Pentacles. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this angels are watching. It says there's nothing to worry about. Angels are watching over you. You have the sun card. It says the sun is coming to shine its light to what's been kept hidden to reveal the truth. Yes. The Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is something we have to let go of. Like I said, he's dead. He's reached rock bottom. It doesn't get much worse than that. So he needs to change his situation. And you could finally be realizing that you need to change something in your life. You have the Ten of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the Devil. Ten of Swords, like I said, is like needing to have a new beginning. He's making this symbol with his hands here, and it represents a blessing in disguise. So, like I said, if you have left a situation already, like work, business, love, or otherwise, you are going to definitely see in the future how this was a blessing that whatever it was didn't work out. And again, you have the Ten of Cups right next to it, which can be a blessing as well. So, I feel this is good. You have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is like straightforward, diligent work. He is just working on one thing, and he's producing a result. It's kind of like an obvious energy to me. It's saying, I feel this card, let me put it this way. I feel this card is saying you need to pay attention to the obvious. It's like if you're doing work on your business, and if there's like one activity that you're doing that's working, keep doing that thing. Same thing in love. Like if you're doing something in love and the other person is returning the favor and there's balance, you just keep going, right? And obviously if the opposite is true, stop and do something else or leave, plain and simple. But, I feel the Eight of Pentacles, I'm getting a very matter-of-fact energy on. It's just saying you need to pay attention to the results you're getting, and that's it, right? So that's what I would do there. You have the Devil. The Devil can, of course, represent toxic energy. With the Ten of Swords, you could be leaving behind a toxic situation or a toxic person, of course. Now, one thing I will say about the Devil is that he kind of represents Saturn and Capricorn. So a lot of you, this could just have to do with work. Like sometimes I feel the Devil really isn't saying anything in a reading other than the fact that you are putting in work into something. And that's kind of the feeling I get here. Again, I'm not really getting toxic energy. Maybe you have dealt with something toxic. I'm not saying that didn't happen, but I feel that in your reading, he's just talking about straightforward, diligent work. And if you put the work into something, you will get a result. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Five of Pentacles. Definitely needing to get out of your head. The other thing I will say for water signs is we still have Neptune and Pisces, and Neptune will be leaving Pisces, but it is going to retrograde back into Pisces like Venus will. And what I would say is Neptune and Pisces is the big impossible dream. It is, Neptune and Pisces is a little bit delusional, but we also have Saturn in Pisces. So if there was ever a time where you could manifest or create something impossible, it would be right now. And, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I do encourage everyone to start or at least get started. If you get started under the energy, even if you don't finish something big for like 10 years, even if it takes 10 years, you will get there because you started at this time. So, I don't call attention to your weaknesses. Five of Pentacles says we have to focus on our strengths. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups, obviously could be a love offer. I do like Pentacle cards for relationships because, it usually represents a person who is willing to put in the work. And again, like I said with that Eight of Pentacles, I feel it will be obvious. If you are dating multiple people or if you are talking to multiple people, pick the obvious choice, the one that actually has evidence that they put in the work. It's, pretty straightforward. With the Devil, you have the King of Cups here. You could be attracting a King of Cups type person. It doesn't have to be a water sign. It could be a person who's very connected to their emotions. I feel like I've said this to you before. Didn't I say this to you in your last reading? I do get a little bit of a wild energy. I don't know. It gives I feel like you're probably attracting a person who does not live by the rules, but like not in a bad way, you know? Like I said, pay attention to the evidence. Obviously, if this person is toxic, do not date them, plain and simple. But again, if they are kind of like a little bit of a rebel, you know, maybe they ride a motorcycle here, Cancer, or something like that. That's what I'm talking about. You know, it's like they don't, you know, I feel like this person probably, you know, doesn't have a job, but I don't mean that in a bad way. They probably have a business, or, you know, maybe they, you know, kind of do freelance work or something like that. You know, it's like, I feel like this person is unconventional. Let's put it that way. So definitely could be attracting a person like that. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this focus card and this courage card. Pisces also had a card that represented courage. So, it, you know, could be, I do feel it's a time for water signs to have courage. Like I said, a lot of you could be, this year, could be making that final push towards your impossible dream, or towards something that will cause you to expand. So I do feel that requires courage, of course. If you're, you know, doing something that's bigger than yourself, that could be a little bit scary. And I would encourage that. I would encourage you to move towards that, because it will make you grow. You have the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Ten of Cups is, you know, happy home, happy family. So if you are attracting love, this definitely is probably a very solid connection that could be coming in for you. Ten of Cups is also like choosing happiness. These people are standing in the real world, and so they have to deal with all the real world issues, problems, and challenges, but they are choosing to focus on what makes them happy. And that's exactly what I would do with this card. I also get a little bit of like fortune after difficulty off of this card with that Ten of Swords. So you could just be entering into a time where you are more happy, and obviously that is a good thing. You have the Two of Cups. Again, definitely a difference here. Two of Cups is meant to be a person who's different than your usual type. So if you are dating a person, or if you're meeting a new person, you know, there is some sort of difference here. I feel like people are saying it's different as well. You know, again, you have that card, or something here was saying like, be careful of what people say to you or whatever, right? Somewhere. Am I making that up? Where did I don't know where I said that, but whatever. I feel like you need to listen to yourself, and, you know, people could be like, this person is very different, you know, for you, but I would just go for it. If you don't want love, and even if you do, Two of Cups is a great card for communicating with your higher self. So it's a great time for meditation, communicating with your higher self, things like that. You have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, I would be careful of inconsistent energy, or a person who's inconsistent. Again, a reading can be good. You know, I always like to explain to people that it's like, yeah, this looks good as far as love is concerned, but, you know, tarot is just energy, and it's only picking up on energy that exists. So, and I'm reading for a bunch of you. So obviously, you know, if you meet a person and they're inconsistent, then I would avoid that energy, plain and simple. You know, again, everybody's different, so I would pay attention. But the Knight of Wands is also adventure. And we are in an amazing time for going on adventures, doing things you've never done before. Knight of Wands is the true builder in the tarot, and he decides that he wants to build something in his life. I feel like a lot of you are working towards, you know, that big impossible dream. He just needs to get started and built as he goes. And I feel that's like the energy that you should be embracing as well. Here you go. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Sun. So a lot of happiness coming in for you, and joy. You know, both of these cards represent great happiness. The Sun is the best card in the tarot, so kind of makes the whole entire reading more positive, but very good. With the Two of Cups, you have the Hermit. I think this has been slow right here, going this direction here with the Knight of Pentacles. So if, like, again, maybe you've already been talking to a person, and maybe it's been moving very slowly. Maybe you're spying on a person from the bushes here, and you're not really doing anything about it, and it's been slow, not calling you out, totally am. So again, this could be you finally making a move, but, you know, maybe it's been a little bit more behind the scenes, right, with the Hermit. The Hermit is about needing to shine your inner light. So, you know, it could be time for you to get attention, or for you to stand out. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Two of Wands. Yeah, Two of Wands is definitely a card of taking the lead. It's definitely time for you to build something new. I mean, you know, the whole point of the Two of Wands is that he's standing at the top of his castle, and he's looking out into the world, but he's looking out here. He's not looking right here at the world that is in his hands. And the story of the card is that he rushed to a finish line to build this castle. I think I said to you in one of your recent readings that it's time for you to, like, build a new kingdom. That's what I feel for Cancer. It's like time, you've built what you've built in your life. And I'm talking about everything. Like, a lot of you really could be working a lot on, all aspects of your life and really rebuilding a new life. You have that Royal U card. It's like you are meant to wear a crown. You are meant to stand out, or you're meant to build something great. And I feel the Two of Wands is about you kind of like leaving an old comfort zone and stepping into that, that builder energy. It's funny I said that with the Knight of Wands. Next, in the good stuff, you have this Daydream card. It says, having your head in the clouds can be a source of great inspiration, but be careful when your fantasies become an escape from reality. Neptune and Pisces, the fantasy becomes more attractive than the reality. And so the problem with Neptune and Pisces is we don't take action on the thing that we're dreaming about. So definitely time to take action. Knight of Pentacles just says, plant the first seed. If you don't know what to do, just get started and go from there. You have this obligations card. It says you have some prior contracts or commitments that still need to be fulfilled before you can completely move on to the next stage of your journey. It's coming up in the good stuff, so a lot of you could finally be done with any obligations you've had, or you could be done, kind of building your life to a certain point, and now it's time to move forward. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Judgment card. Knight of Pentacles is about planting seeds in this field, like I said, and getting started. Normally, he represents no movement. He's the only knight in the tarot that isn't moving. But coming up in the good stuff, he would definitely represent making progress towards your goals. Again, whatever your dream is, like I would just ignore love, right? It's like when you work on your dream, love shows up. So, I would be just whatever you wish you could have in your life, I would take the smallest step possible to get there and start from there and keep going. You have the Three of Cups, great time for friendships. Every single reading I've done for the past month has had something about, your connections, connecting with people, not even in love, just for fun, for social opportunity, for family. And I think all that would be really good and supportive for you. Three of Cups is a very supportive card. These three ladies are also celebrating a harvest. And so if you've been working with that Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles represents material success on the horizon. So it can represent more money coming in the future. And if you've been working really hard towards something, there definitely could be more money coming in the future. You have the Judgment card. It seems to me like it's a time for answers for water signs. So if you haven't been sure what to do, where to go, what action to take, I feel that you could be getting a lot of answers. But again, the trick here is that when you get an answer, do it, right? And, take action on it. I always use, I teach YouTube on the weekends, and I always have people that are like, I came up with this idea. Should I do it? I'm like, yes, just do it. Like, who cares if it's going to work or not? Just take the action and see what happens. You get so much farther ahead if you just take the action, even if it fails. At least you'll learn something. So it's definitely a time for action, and with the Emperor showing up here. And also, again, I think your ideas are really good, probably, with the Judgment card. So it's, I would take action on the things that are popping into your head. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Death card. Pisces had this card in exactly the same position. And they also had the Sun. And the Sun is coming up between the two pillars that are on the moon right here on the Death card. And so you could be entering into a Sun period, which is, again, a period of happiness, knowing the answers, because the Sun brings clarity into your life and guidance. I think it's also very interesting that the King is dead on the Death card, and we've been talking about you building a new kingdom this whole entire time. So clearly you are building something new. With the Three of Cups, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, love it. This is getting support from people around you to build something great. So if you are building something in your life, the Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork as well, and working together with others, it would be a good idea. With the Judgment card, you have the Ace of Swords, answers as well. Ace of Swords is a victory, a big success, but the Ace of Swords is also communication. So you could be really getting very good answers on what you need to do next. I kind of feel that's been the reading is good, right? But maybe that's what's been holding you back, is knowing the answers. And I feel like you're getting answers. You have this Well card that says family wishes come true. A very good time for family, like I already said. So any activities, any time you can spend with the people. I would say Three of Cups really says you have to spend time with people who lift you up. And doing that would be a good idea. You have this Owl. It says good advice from a wise person. It's an amazing time for mentors or learning from other people, even if you don't know these people. Again, like pretty much every expert in the world now has a YouTube channel. So there might be people that you look up to. Go learn from them on their YouTube or read their books or whatever, right? Or listen to their podcasts. I think it's an amazing, there's never been a time like this in history where we have access to so much great information. So I would take advantage of it with this card. We have this harp card. It says great happiness on it. Yeah, I feel, obviously, Sun, 10 of Cups. There's obviously great happiness coming in for you. You have this apple card. Says temptation will test you. Devil, right? I would be careful of any temptations. The energy is a little bit sexy right now. So we could all be tempted by, temptation. So I would be careful of that and make sure, just the easy solution is to pay attention to the evidence. If you're thinking about dating a person and they want to get a little bit handsy, a little bit grabby, it's like, are they actually doing things to nurture the relationship, or do they just want to get in your pants? I don't know. I can't answer that question for you. And so, again, pay attention to the evidence. You have this butterfly card. It says a change for the better. Yeah, the whole entire reading is a change for the better. I would say that this reading is like saying build for the better, right? It's like there's a lot of building energy here, and that's what I feel like you are doing. This looks really good, Cancer. Love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.